to Module 4, Lesson 2. Here we will continue our look at using the ideas and concepts that make social media attractive to our students and bringing those concepts into our class. And in this lesson, we will talk about getting to know your students and using digital tools to help you in that way. First of all, why would you want to use digital tools to get to know your students? The important thing to realize is that our students are very accustomed to representing themselves in a digital way online, and that's how they communicate, that's how they express their identity, and they don't stand up and play the name game in their personal lives. So this is, again, kind of speaking their love language. It is the way they're used to representing themselves, and also it gives you a lot of data that you can sort through and return to later. Of course, now that we know why we want to do that, the other question is, how do we accomplish this and what tools would be helpful to us? First of all, I think it's very important to see your learners through the lens of their families. It always helps to see someone through a different set of eyes. So the first thing that I would do in the beginning of the school year is ask the family members to fill out a digital survey for me. Of course, Google Forms are beautiful and easy. All of that data goes into your spreadsheet that you can reference at any time from your Google Drive, sort, filter any way that you need to. Here, so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel, there is a template. If you click that, it will ask if you would like to make a copy. The beautiful thing is you can copy this and then adjust it to meet your needs. So just contact information is oftentimes out of date in the school network or Infinite Campus. This is a great way to really touch base, have a positive interaction as your first interaction with a parent, and get information about your student and their situation. Also, one nice trick is that you can use a QR code on your syllabus or on your welcome letter for the parents to fill that out on their phone or device. So a QR code monkey is my favorite site to accomplish that, and that makes it easy to distribute those links. Once you have communicated with the parents in that way, you really want to do the same thing with the students. And so oftentimes you can use the same idea with a Google form to collect information about your student. Again, we have a template here for you. You want to think about your students in lots of different ways. First of all, contact information. Then also their home situation. Who do they live with? Who am I going to be in contact with? What time is good? Also, maybe some questions about how they interact with technology, what do they have available to them. Then it's also very useful to ask some questions about your students as a learner, about their learning styles, how they like to learn, do they enjoy your topic, all sorts of information you can gather very quickly. Of course, you can add or delete or adjust any of these questions as you see fit. And finally, ask some personal information. Some of these questions are really silly, like what's your favorite TV show, but anything to help you get to know those students kind of as humans. Of course, all this data goes into a spreadsheet that you can reference anytime as a cheat sheet, come back and see what they have said about themselves, and it really helps you to learn their names as you get started. My favorite thing to do in the beginning of the school year is to use personality tests, because you have a lot of personalities that are coming into your room that you need to quickly kind of evaluate and learn to work with. So here we have a few tools that we've compiled for you that could help. First of all is the Myers-Briggs personality test. It is a little intense, so it's more suited to older learners, maybe middle school or high school. It is 70 questions, but they're all A or B answers, and it was put together beautifully. I found this online for you in a Google Sheet. When they're done, of course, the tool will give them their personality, and I've added other tabs here so that the students can come then read about their personality, see what personalities work best with them, and we also put in a template here to help them match that up with characters that they know, because lots of times my students couldn't remember the 4 letters, but they could say, oh, I was a Harry Potter, or I was a Severus Snape, and so that way you can kind of get a read on how to best reach your students. Another option is the True Colors personality test. This one is not quite as involved as the Myers-Briggs, and I've put this into a spreadsheet and written some code for you so that the students don't have to do any math or any tallying or grading. They just put their numbers in and get their results. So every row they rank the descriptors from most like you to least like you. And as they do that, then it will give them results. On the results tab, they get to see what that means and kind of how their personality is built up. This gives you a lot of data throughout the school year when you're making groups, when you're assigning partners, all sorts of great data you can get from a personality test. While we're getting to know each other, it's also very important to give the students that chance to get to know each other and build that community. A few tips for that setup. First, you want to pick the correct tool. So you're looking for a tool that will help mimic the engaging nature of social media for your students. That's why I love Flipgrid or Padlet for this type of assignment, because it allows peer-to-peer feedback, liking, commenting. It's immediately published to an audience beyond your teacher, which is why I would say it's time to move past a PowerPoint that they just email to you. Also, be sure to give some guidance. Don't just say, tell me something interesting about yourself. Maybe borrow some of those questions from your Google form, like what's your favorite TV show, or do you like math class, and give them questions to answer in this type of assignment. Flipgrid records their face. Padlet, they can put a picture on there as well, so this is a great cheat sheet for you as you learn their names, and you'll have that data all year. Every year, you're working with a brand new set of personalities. Hopefully, these digital tools can help facilitate getting the information you need to help your students and your family succeed in your class.